Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. The night passes, the sun comes up. You can hear the keys jingling at the door to the warehouse. All the rats are still alive for the time being. The doors open, and immediately the guards set upon the halfling. Point spears in her face, slap shackles on her wrists. She's looking about, bewildered, confused, in tears, and there you are.
You shouldn't have sold poisoned coffee.
What?
Poisoned coffee. That's what.
I heard you, but what?
What?
So why is it poisoned? What?
We'll find out soon enough. We gave some of your coffee to these rats, and we'll just see what happens to them.
You're wasting my coffee on rats?
Yes. But okay, how much coffee worth? I'll pay for it.
We'll pay. We're gonna pay you for it if you turn out innocent. But if these rats die, this is you. Something's going on. Somebody would have poisoned them.
It took Sir William here 2 days to get ill, so this may take some time.
I didn't get him ill. What's going on here?
So,
I drank some of your coffee, got sick.
You guys wait. How long do you want to wait?
2 days.
2 days? What are you going to do with her, Walt, for 2 days?
Put her in a cell in the sheriff's station, please.
Oh my god. Yep.
But
Right, so
we'll let it go.
Yep.
You arrest her, you lock her in a cell, and you wait 2 days.
I want to go to her house and search if there's 2 days if we're waiting. I want to see if she's got anything at her home that's incriminating.
All right. Sure. You go into her home. You find let's see. You find a extremely messy house. There's all sorts of stuff piled all over the place. There's dishes stacked up over near the kitchen area. There's dishes out in the sitting room. It's just kind of like a mess. She's a really dirty, messy person all over the place. And it's just kind of gross. It's going to be a lot to search through, but you do have 2 full days here, or a day and a half, I guess, to search it. So why don't you give me your searching checks, and it'll just take a really long time. You got
one bless. You got one bless. The rest don't have bless.
All right, give them a bless. Give them a search. Yeah, you dig through the stuff. You find some money. You find some correspondence from friends and family that live a little bit further to the north. You find a planner with lists of activities. Apparently there is a friend's wedding that she has to go to tomorrow. And you kind of remember her saying something about, you can't lock me up, I've got somewhere to be. It's the usual bullshit, so it kind of got ignored. But apparently in her planner, someone's getting married tomorrow and she's supposed to go.
What town?
In Stoneport. Here in town, yeah.
Well, if I found out, I would let her go to the thing, but have her guarded from a distance. The wedding, then rearrest her after she leaves.
Right.
Because that seems more just. Because she's only a suspect.
Sure.
Yeah.
But that's if I'm told. If Grimilda doesn't tell us, I don't give her that.
I mean, I'll bring it up for sure. I mean, I'm sharing my knowledge with everybody about what's going on in their life. Yeah. You never know. Maybe her calendar events mean something else, so we'll share them with everybody.
Yeah. I'll let her go to the wedding. We'll be at a respectable distance away. Let her attend the wedding because she's only a suspect.
Okay.
Well, have the rats died in this time? I mean, up till this point, that's...
No, so the wedding would be tomorrow. It's still today. By the end of the day, the rats are still alive, but it's only been 36 hours since they've been given the various fluids. Are you also giving them food in this time?
Yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, all right. Do you find nothing else of interest in her house? Just the correspondence, the money, all that jazz?
Okay, if there's nothing else in there, we'll leave her money alone. We're not stealing from her in front of the paladins. It's not cool, not kosher.
Well, I'm only a cleric, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I assume our paladin buddy's hanging out with us too. I imagine we all went over to the house together to search it in. So.
All right. The next day rolls around. It's the day of the wedding. Who's going to escort her to the wedding?
I will with some guards.
Okay, so you guys will go to her
expect the others-
house. She'll change into appropriate clothes, find the gift that she was going to take. You'll watch her from a distance. It kind of causes a stir at the wedding that all of a sudden there's these soldiers.
Respectable distance.
But you still want to be close enough to see what's going on, right? Like to keep an eye on her. So you gotta, even a respectable distance has got to be kind of close.
Yeah, I'm a bit conspicuous. Maybe one of the humans should do it then.
Yeah.
I mean,
Brian?
I'll
away. You want me to chase down somebody, really?
Yeah, well, Sir Walker, can you do it?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, okay, I'll watch the rats and you watch her.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, the wedding goes off fine. It's great. It's a little awkward. She has to leave early because she doesn't want to, she doesn't want the police there during the after party because no one wants the police there when you're throwing a wedding party. It's just a terrible idea. And then, I guess...
Do the rats die today?
No. They don't. They don't even seem sick.
Okay. Well, Sheriff, I guess we have to release her because this batch wasn't poisoned. Although the paladin did become poisoned.
Are we sure?
No.
Rats are pretty hardy creatures.
True, yeah.
Hardy? They're tiny.
The dosage of can I make a check to see if the dosage of the poisons, if I could figure out if the size difference would have affected them enough? To where, like, if a human size ate this much and got this sick, would this have killed an animal?
Yeah, it looks more or less correct. Like if this was poisoned, they probably should have been poisoned by now. Your science is accurate enough.
Okay.
All right.
Well then,
Okay,
sounds
go back to the coffee and her lost revenue, then find the real culprit for the poisoning. Because the poisoning was true. Because it's us. We were saying it.
Yeah.
So it has to be somewhere on the supply line. But it's not this batch. It could have been the older batch.
Right. So after we've established that she's innocent, I'd like to point out, say, well, our paladin was poisoned by some of your coffee. If you didn't have a hand in it, that's good. Sorry for your friend's wedding. But
you get the coffee from.
Yeah, we need to know everything about who had access to your coffee.
Well, I ordered it from Bite Size Baby.
And no one came into your warehouse. No one else had access.
Else happened to your
I don't know. You guys came into my warehouse. And I don't keep up with my customers. I don't do aftercare appointments. If I see my customer...
Do you ever have a repeat customer?
All the time. Often.
All right. I should have asked the sheriff, has anyone turned up dead with blue noses and stuff in town?
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Has this been just recent, or has it been a while that's been happening?
I think we had someone die of this yesterday.
It could be connected
blue
to poison.
Nose, kind of spazzing out, twitching all over the place, like they're in a seizure.
Yeah. How long has this been happening?
Couple weeks, I don't know. I've found a couple people, one today, one yesterday, one a week before that, maybe another one a week before that, a couple weeks before that, I don't know. 2 or 3.
All right, so the poisonings are still happening. It wasn't just an old batch. But what else did we have? We had the coffee. Was it a certain flavor of coffee? No, because we had different flavors of coffee.
How
vanilla. Test the vanilla. We've got to test the vanilla. We haven't tested the vanilla.
But,
that's the only thing we didn't test. We tested the water, we tested the glass, we tested the milk, and we tested the coffee. We didn't test the vanilla.
Is this a new business? How long has she been selling the coffee here? Like started a couple of weeks ago?
A month ago, she says. A month ago. Business is booming. It's great. All you people, you're just trying to... I see what this is. This is a shakedown. You're accusing me of something I haven't done because you want a cut of my profits. Well, this is just standard governmental...
corrupt, ma'am?
Yes, I am accusing you. You're probably not even a real paladin.
Arrest her, please.
When I begin to protest, all of a sudden you start arresting me? I see.
Yes.
I'm looking straight into his eyes, and I want to see if this guy's an evildoer.
Which one? This guy right here? This cleric of a
I'm not-
stare?
Well, I can actually do. No, not this guy. Well, so the way it works is actually I just know if anybody is evil. Actually.
Right. Okay.
I'm looking.
Well, I'm lawful good, so you know.
One of the guards here is an evildoer.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
The one who had offered to get you some dead rats to plant evidence. He rings of evil all over the place.
Okay.
Well, you can't badmouth a paladin, man.
So, I think we need to be looking for this Leo fellow. I think this is our number one suspect. It's not the halfling now. She's obviously not doing it intentionally.
Do they know who?
She's running a legitimate business. She's just being used as part of the ploy somewhere, right? So somebody else has got to get access to the coffee.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking the vanilla, but because they said the vanilla
vanilla's not in every coffee though.
same price. It's suspicious. But then again, what coffee did we feed the rats just then? Was it a vanilla coffee?
I don't know. You tell me which one you wanted to feed her.
I just chose a random one, so I wasn't being picky. So I guess I don't know. All right. And
Could it just be the coffee is just so good?
Yeah,
It's so strong. It's killing people. It's just such good coffee. It's just too good for people.
Yeah,
I'm
like
just allergic.
Yeah, maybe it's just an
allergy to
allergy.
coffee. All right. Well, she's probably. Are you willing to drink your own coffee, ma'am?
Of course, I drink it every day.
Mm-hmm.
How do you
Even
think
the
I maintain
vanilla.
this chipper attitude?
All right. She may not be in on it then. You are aware there have been deaths in town linked to this coffee.
Nonsense. No one's died from my coffee.
We have a cleric of Martha who corroborates that several victims had drunk the coffee prior to their deaths.
Post hoc ergo propter hoc.
I'm afraid I do not speak Old Common.
It means just because something happened after another thing doesn't mean that other thing was because of it. What if it's just a coincidence and 3 people died who happened to have had coffee? It's a popular
And
drink.
when they tested the coffee, so Walker here also got ill.
Good.
Post hoc ergo propter hoc. What if they're unrelated?
All right, all right.
Haven't you tested the coffee on rats? Didn't I see you testing the coffee on my rats? On those rats? Sorry, my coffee on those rats.
That's true. That's true.
Oh my god.
All right. So, what else could it be? Could it be the
It could
lighthouse made by
be
the
you
names
let me
and
free.
recommendation?
Why don't you just let me go? Because this is none of my business and not my problem.
If more people died, it's your problem, ma'am.
That's not my problem. I'm not killing people.
She's not evil, Sir Walker?
No, she's not evil.
All right.
Well, then you have to let me go. You corrupt paladin.
I agree. We should let her go.
All right.
Paladins. Oppressing the people. I'm gonna go when I get free. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna tell everyone that Astaire is just the most worthless god of all because he imprisoned me. I lost days worth of business. My honor's been
much did you
impugned.
lose?
I went to a wedding and everyone thought that I was a criminal because I had to have guards come. My social life is ruined because all my family and friends now think that I'm a criminal under investigation for murder. You've ruined my business and my life.
We're under investigation for murder, ma'am.
Well, there wasn't a reason for me to be. It was nonsense.
Circumstantial evidence that suggested that you were involved, and my friend here was poisoned subsequent to drinking your beverage.
Well, maybe you should have gathered evidence instead of going on a hunch. It's exactly this sort of police corruption that is the problem with this country today. She glares at you. She's an angry person.
How much
angered her.
revenue do you earn a day, ma'am?
Oh, now you want to look at my books, huh? The government is trying to get involved in my business so you can take a piece of a pie, huh? How much do I need to pay you guys to make this go away? I'll pay whatever it is. You want to need 20%? Oh, yeah, sure.
Reimburse you for lost revenue.
You gonna steal it from me to give it back to me again?
No currency was stolen from your possession. It's all in there.
You just have to break into my warehouse. I'm sure you didn't take anything.
Go ahead and check.
If I wanted the gold
Go
in
ahead
your
and check.
compartment in your desk, I would have taken the gold in your secret compartment.
So
in your
you
desk.
did search my apartment and grab. Oh my god,
Yes.
you've been involved.
We didn't-
I bet by the
It's
time I get
stolen.
back to my warehouse, you will have returned it, even though you already stole it. None of you can be
You walk
trusted.
ahead of us. You walk ahead
Why
of
would
us.
I tell you that I have stolen it just to tell you? It's a
Because you're a fool and you're bad at lying.
Wasting time here.
Yeah,
You don't
she is a huge waste of time. She just needs to go away.
Yeah.
You're just gonna make me disappear, huh? Is that how you're gonna do it?
No,
Just vanish me in the middle of the night? I see. I see.
No.
I'm ready.
I mean, you need to go disappear back in your home, in your hobbit hole. We'll see you later.
Oh, don't do that.
I mean, what do we need her for? I mean, honestly, what is she gonna?
Don't make it racial, man.
I'm a hobbit. It's the same thing.
Well, I guess a hobbit's gonna say hobbit hole.
We're all halflings here. That's a halfling tell another halfling to go away.
I'm more of like a double, like not a half. I'm like a ling, right? Like twice. It's twice.
You're human, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you've got
Like a full, like a full ling.
with us 2 halflings. You make 2 people, right?
What?
Well, we got the paladin and 2 halflings, so that's 1 full person. It's the good math. It's the 1 + 1 = 3 math. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
A mastermind is claiming that tables are poisoned and we must flip them, but I don't think so.
Oh, whew.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
All right,
Could have been the boars. Maybe the boars are poisoned. I got hit by a boar.
A boar poisoned you, but the other people were poisoned as well, and they're poisoned as short as yesterday.
There's boars there's boars in the area.
All right, and they have the same symptoms. Okay, forget the coffee. We need to find the cause of this. Is it radiation from the lighthouse? Because that's gnomish technology, and you can't trust it. So everyone who's been in the stone port could be at risk because of that lighthouse.
What's this radiation thing?
Well, look at that light. That is not natural. That is not a normal lighthouse, for starters. Look at that thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You're right. So we destroy the lighthouse?
No, we pay. The government paid like $1 million copper for it, or something.
Okay.
Or 2 million copper. So we just got to make sure it's safe. Let's investigate the light of the lighthouse and see if it's dangerous. Because it is a modified light. Because it's, look at that thing. That's mechanical. That's not on fire.
Right, yeah.
A lighthouse should be made of fire, not that.
Thought it was magic that you didn't like.
Mechanical is borderline.
Okay.
Everything is by hand in Mendatoria.
Well, maybe while we're here in town, guys, we could look for this Leo character and see if he's here.
Fun, Leo.
Or maybe see if the guards can go find him, since we've got access to them. They seem to be better searchers than us.
A lot of people with red hair, though.
Is there a lot of people with red hair? I thought that's an uncommon hair color.
Red hair, red beard. That's got to be fairly uncommon.
It's a big town. You're going to have a number.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be the seen as the people who are rounding up all the people with red hair. That's got connotations.
So, what clues do you have? What evidence do you have that might lead somewhere, or information that you could have? What are your clues?
I know what kind of poison it is, or I know types of poison, but that doesn't lead me in any direction of a person.
Okay.
We could try to figure out who's buying poisons, but I mean, it seems to be random and pretty strewn out, so it'd be small amounts. They could just be finding it and putting in there. That's not really a good lead.
Yeah.
We know they're
in and ate the same food, but so have a lot of other people. All right, search where these dead people have been.
Yeah.
In town.
All
Were they
right.
only drinking coffee?
Yeah.
Do you want to go? How are you going to find where that happened?
Yeah, because go to the Temple of Martha and see if, that's the Generalist Temple where the Cleric of Martha is, see if there's anyone with the symptoms who hasn't died yet, and see where they've been in town in the past few days. What foods are they consuming?
So you want to go to the Temple of Martha and figure out from there?
Yeah, I think it's a Generalist Temple, I can't remember.
Sure, but you want to go to the temple and ask the clerics
We're going to see if there's any victims who are still alive, have come to the temple for healing with the late stage symptoms, because the cleric in Berkshire claimed that they told them about this coffee, so it doesn't kill you straight away. It has to be it has to be a process. So I'm just saying if this cleric has victims here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you head to the temple. And there in the temple, there are clerics aplenty. And the first one will approach you as the three of you walk in, looking all official. She'll make the sign of Martha before you, the double circle. And
I'll make the triangle of a stare.
She'll look at the paladin and say, "Your Holiness," and to the cleric, "Father," and to the rogue, "Sir." What can I do for you here at the temple today?
We're investigating a poisoning. People being blue noses, twitching hand.
Oh, yes. We've had a few of those deaths as of late. I'm glad someone's looking into the matter.
Yeah, we wish to question some of the people who haven't died yet of the poisoning. Any under your care?
No. I've only know the ones who have died. Unfortunate.
The cleric of Martha in Berkshire managed to speak with a few of them, and they said they did, but we need more information. Like their habits, what were they doing in the moments up to their death? What could be contaminated? If it was unintentional or intentional?
Well, I can lead you to the family of the last person to die, a young woman named Angela. And maybe her family can give you some help. I'm sure they would appreciate some closure on the issue.
Thank you, Mother.
And she will lead you or give you directions to Angela's home and family, which is just down the street, second left on your right. And we can just hop to that then, I guess. You get to Angela's house. There is a wake going on. People are sad. Angela is dead. She was buried yesterday, the day that she died. And everyone's just gathering and mourning her loss.
All right. I'll wait for after the wake to question the people who know her.
Okay. Anything you guys want to do before the wake ends? No.
Yep.
Doesn't sound like it.
No.
All right. The wake ends.
All right. Sorry for your loss. We are investigating the death of Angela and others. We're wondering what her movements in her part last few days.
Her movements? Spazzes. Twitches. Weird shakes.
My apologies. I meant movements through town. Locations she was at. What foods she may have consumed and drinks.
She worked at the Squirrely Whirly.
Squirrely Whirly.
As a cook in the kitchen.
Yeah. That's the inn that isn't a tavern in town, yes.
Wait, what if the coffee was not, I'm just going to pull them off to the side. What if the coffee wasn't poisoned? What if it's just addictive? And when you stop drinking it, that is when you get the symptoms.
We all stopped drinking it. We're all fine.
Yeah, well, that's when you experienced the effects of it.
Yeah, but the swirly whirly thing needs to be investigated.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for the information. Did she happen to be a coffee drinker from Ice Baby Coffee?
The Squirrely Whirly buys coffee. She was a big fan of it. She said she drank it a lot. Iced coffee, cold brew coffee.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for looking into this matter.
Yeah. Sorry for your loss.
All right.
Anyone else got any questions before?
No, I don't have any questions, sir.
All right. So, we've got to go back to our own inn and check the kitchen and see if there's something going on there.
All right, you head back to the Squirrely Whirly. And how do you want to proceed with the Squirrely Whirly investigation?
We don't want to kick in the door. Well, feed the rats food and wait 2 more days. But another woman could die in that time. We can't just...
I think we need to figure out what she was doing when she was alive. So, did she have any coworkers at the Squirrely Whirly?
Well, is there other kitchen staff?
Yeah, there's kitchen staff. There's plenty of them.
I think we just need to go talk to the other kitchen staff about what she was doing the last couple of days before she died, if she was changing her habits or what's going on. If they know anything about her. You got to talk to her.
So specifically, like, give me some. You walk into the kit. You walk into the Squirrely Whirly. There's the person that takes all the jazz. The person behind the counter. What do you call it? The innkeeper. There's the innkeeper. Looks up at you with a big smile on their face. Says, "Hello, I'm Angela. Oh, you're already. I'm sorry, not Angela. I'm Archaea. Welcome to the Squirrely Whirly. Oh, you're already guests here, right? You're sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't recognize you at first. What can I do for you?
Well, we just need lunch.
Oh, sure.
You know, the inns provide lunch as well? I mean,
Absolutely. Of course.
All right. I'll have whatever is on the menu.
A roast beef sandwich. So you get 3 roast beef sandwiches brought out to you 5 minutes later.
Cool.
I'll have a vegetarian option.
So does the person bring them out, is it the innkeep or is it waitstaff?
It's a waiter that comes out. Mm-hmm.
When the waiter comes over and brings the food, I go, "Hey friend, I've got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Angela? Or did you know Angela?"
Of course. Poor Angela. Died before her time.
No. Well, it just seems so weird she died so early. Was she doing anything weird before her death?
How so?
Well, I mean, usually if someone dies young, they drown or something drastic happens in their life. I mean, for her just to get sick and die, was she doing anything different before she came ill?
They shake their head. No. Unfortunately, sometimes people just get sick and die. It's a real tragedy.
It is, but so young is so strange.
Well, thank you for the lettuce.
Okay.
I just don't have anything else I could ask him. I don't know what else to do. Sorry.
All right.
Mm.
We've got to look into the other victims and see if they're connected to this establishment as well. Or, yeah, like, there's more than one victim here.
Mm-hmm.
Several. So we got to talk to the families of the other victims. And if they're all connected to here, we can move on with it. But if she's the only one connected here, it could be something else. Because we can't just have 2 points and think it's a line.
Yeah, fair enough.
That is how you make a line, right?
Yes, but not a conclusion.
There we go.
All right. Can we find out another... Okay, we can go back to the temple and find out the other victims?
Sure.
Or the sheriff would have that as well, yeah.
The other victims were a gentleman named Tommy and a gentleman named Chucky.
All right, so they're Rugrats. But Reptile's already dead, so who should we stake out? Is there a Lil nearby?
I don't know. You gonna search the whole town for a Lil? So what's the plan, guys? What's the plan?
All right. Okay. What were their jobs? What was Tommy's job?
Tommy was a dock worker. He moved things on and off ships. And Chucky was a guard in town.
Oh, a guard. The guards would really want to capture that person then. With the poisoning. All right. Okay, we'll go to the guards. Was Chucky a coffee drinker?
Yes.
From that place we arrested the other day?
Yes.
Jeez. Like, we tested it, and the coffee wasn't poisoned, but...
I think it might... I was just thinking it might be addiction. What if it was when they stopped drinking the coffee? Because I only drink one drink, and it was only when I didn't drink anymore that I got sick.
Yeah. Well, I drank coffee 2 days ago, and I didn't get sick.
Okay, it could have just been...
Because I drank coffee the same day we did the test as a control.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I didn't get sick. I didn't even have to make a con check, but I don't know that out of character.
Okay.
Yeah. But mind you, I had very high con, so that doesn't really prove anything. All right, so these people, can a poison... Okay, our toxicology expert, can a poison only affect humans and not affect rats? Is there anything unique about humans that would make it so the poison would only react to them?
Well, you'd have to know which poison it is. I mean,
There's
some, yeah, sure, yeah, absolutely. There'd be some that affect some species and some not others. I mean, you'd have to know exactly what it was to know.
All right.
Yeah, I did hear that kobolds don't eat chocolate very much. It's not very good for them, right? Because they're
Right. Not good for them at all. Just doesn't work in the liver. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe if we can't find the method, what's the motive? Does anything connect these people? We've got a dock worker, a guard, and a waitress or cook. I mean, there doesn't seem to be any connection with them other than two of them are coffee drinkers, and we don't know if Tommy is. But the addiction factor could be true. But I haven't had any effects since. So maybe it was a bad batch, and this current batch is fine. But we had a death 2 days ago.
If it was a bad batch, first off, yeah, the deaths are fairly spread out. And if it was a bad batch, it wouldn't really be murder, right? It would be accidental killing.
Oh, yeah. Like we wouldn't charge anyone with murder if it was a bad batch. But we're just trying to diagnose the problem. Like, these deaths do not seem in order. I mean, other than a Malchus cleric trying to cause some chaos in the world, I don't really see motive for killing randomly.
I mean, you could be sabotaging the coffee company if other people had problems with them. They have rivals. If
we do find Leo.
That cleric was actually a cleric.
Yeah, I can't tell if a cleric's a real cleric. I don't have religion as a proficiency. So either the cleric wasn't purifying the water but was doing something else to the water, then after a time the spell wore off and the water was back to normal. Therefore the tests would not work. Because the coffee makers were very strict about having to deliver the things in time before they warm up. So if the water is only temporarily poisoned, then but after a few days that poison disappears magically.
So what's the plan? We're running out of time here, guys. We need decisive, accurate action.
I think we.
Well, Des was not going to buy poisoned coffee.
I thought we just said it wasn't poison, though.
It's not poison.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's not poisoned coffee.
It's not poisoned.
We just established it's not poisoned.
I think it was.
Yeah, but it's our duty to try at least until the end to get justice for these dead.
I mean, who are we gonna run down?
I'm starting to believe this post-exto factor thing that this halfling brought up. Maybe it was just a coincidence.
No, I really think someone's sabotaging random things of coffee. I just don't know how they're doing it. Maybe one of the workers at the plant's doing it.
It has to be a temporary poison, I think. It has to be out of your system. Or the evidence disappears after a certain amount of time, which does lend credence to a clerical magic. But our clerical magics, depending on the system, only lasts as long as we're chanting or based on days.
No, I mean, like someone, when they're making the coffee, it's during the coffee process itself, like at the factory, someone just drops in some poison into this one or that one, just being a dickhead.
Well, because so Walker heated his coffee, so he had it steamed off.
Could have just been allergic, though. Maybe he was just allergic.
Yeah. I mean, these people.
Oh, yeah, I heated up my coffee.
You did?
Yeah.
The cold brew is safe. Warm.
Yeah, you heated yours, so that's a different factor from the others. I really want to solve this. All right, so we've got 3 victims. Okay, Tommy. Does Tommy have a family in town?
Yes, Tommy does have a family in town.
Yeah. Okay. Did he ever stay at that inn or deliver goods to that inn?
So you go find his family, you start asking him questions like that, and like, inn? Yeah. No, he lives in town. He doesn't need to go to an inn.
Deliver objects to the inn, man. Sorry, ma'am.
Oh, no. Tommy, the dock worker?
Yeah, I was wondering if he delivered things from the dock to them.
No. He just worked on the docks. He loaded ships.
All right. Did he like cold coffee? Iced coffee?
Well, who doesn't? It's the talk of the town ever since it's been introduced. Everyone here drinks iced coffee.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
Did Tommy have any friends he used to hang out with?
He used to have all sorts of friends. Oh God, he doesn't have any now though.
Well, they're still his friend.
No, they're dead. Well, he's dead, so he doesn't have friends.
Oh, okay, that. As long as we keep it alive in our hearts, he hasn't truly died.
That's not true. He's still dead.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I was just trying to comfort you, but yeah, you're completely
The
right.
soul god now. Who's this? The soul god?
Penumbra?
Yeah.
Penumbra, the moon. What phase is the moon in?
It is RD30. Whoops. RD30. It is 15 days after the new moon, so it is full. Bright and full.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, Penumbra looks down upon you.
so I want to try to find out where his friends would have been, or people he used to hang out with, who would have had a good understanding of like what he did and like the people he would have run around with, not his family.
Friends were his co-workers, fellow dock workers.
Let's head down to the docks then. Oh, what shipping company did you work for?
He was just a dock worker. He gets hired day by day for whatever.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So I want to go down and go talk to some of the dock workers and find some of his friends.
Okay. You head down to the docks. Sure enough, there are plenty of dock workers down there, and you can ask about to see if anyone here knew Tommy. And a couple of people will come over and be like, Tommy? Oh, yeah. Real tragedy that he died. Terrible thing.
Shortly before his death, had he changed any of his habits? Was he still doing the same old things?
He seemed to be just about the same old stuff. Nothing extraordinary. Nothing he mentioned to me, at least. He's kind of a quiet fella.
Yeah.
Like to keep to himself anyway.
Did he have any real good friends? Being a quiet fellow, usually you keep a small group of friends, not very big, but some good close ones.
You know, every now and then he'd mention a buddy of his. I can't remember his name. One of his buddies is a guard here in town.
Okay. A guard here in town, really. Could you remember his name?
Chucky?
I can't seem to remember.
Hey, I get it. 10 copper. No. Okay,
10 copper. That's
I haven't got much money
thanks.
left.
Thanks, mate.
All right, fair
What do you
enough.
want me to move?
Nothing, never mind. Thank you for the information.
Okay.
Do you know anybody who would know what the guard's name would be? Do you have any friends around here who could maybe help your memory?
God. Well, I have 10 friends, but I could use some more.
Oh, I bought all that coffee. Come on, Mr. Rich or Miss Rich.
I've got a lot of very valuable coins, and that's about it.
Oh, you haven't got any low denominations?
So you
Low denominations.
converted all your money to
I had a lot of
mithril.
dominations. We've gone through a lot of gold in this session. I don't know if you know that, but I've spent some money.
Got some
Right.
coffee though.
Yeah, I got some coffee, but after shipping it back and everything, that was the last of my normal walking money. We're loaded, but not with normal money. This guy's gonna have to make a lot of change.
Okay.
Well-
Let's see what I've got on me. All right. I give him 5 silver.
You give him 5 silver?
Yeah, 5 silver. So
Oh,
he's got
yeah. Chucky, that sounds familiar. That sounds like a name I remember him saying. He and his buddy Chucky used to hang out and do stuff sometimes off hours.
Is Chucky the other guard that died?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well,
Oh, did he have a? Yeah, no man. Yeah.
Anything else I can do for you?
nope, that's all.
Where do they
All
hang
right.
out? Where do they hang out?
Not with me. Yeah.
We've got the other guards. We've got a guard now. We don't need a lowly dock worker. Guards will keep up better with people.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we go back to the guardhouse and ask about Chucky, Tommy, and if Angelica. That makes more sense. Oh, what?
All right. So what now?
There is a connection between 2 of the victims.
Yeah, I think we go to the guardhouse and we start asking around and see who knew Chucky.
Sure enough, you find the guards again. They recognize you from before. You start asking around Chucky, like, oh yeah, man, that was terrible. Poor guy.
So Tommy and Chucky died of the same
Yeah.
poisoning.
Poison? That's he got sick, illness. You know. You think it was
so
poison?
Hey, actually,
what was-
A lot of people die in the same way.
well, we don't know if it's poison or
Same thing.
disease. But the symptoms match a poison, our toxicology expert says.
Well,
So was
We're trying to find out what he and Tommy ate in common or drank in common, other than coffee, because we've already tested the coffee, or something mixed with the coffee.
the guards make weird, exchange looks. Like, well, we all, when we're on duty, the state gives us breakfast, lunch, and dinner. When we're off duty, we don't really know what other people do, you know. And Chucky, let's just say he wasn't the most social guy. He did his work. We checked out for the day. We didn't see much of him.
Do you drink the coffee, sir?
Totally, love it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we did
Confiscated
test it.
a couple of samples to check from the warehouse. It's
Yeah.
great stuff.
Good, because if you came down with symptoms, you should report it so we would know.
Is it
So
dangerous?
that's a good symptoms. Are you fine? Is your nose turned blue?
No, I'm
Well, then
fine.
you're fine. You're fine.
Okay.
I cast bless on you. You're blessed.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
so where did Chucky live?
We've already been to his house.
I guess we have, yeah. We've already been to Chucky's?
You lived here during duty shifts because
yeah.
you're on for 24 hours, off for 24 hours, and then he had a place in town.
Yeah. He was married or not?
Nope, single man.
Was
man.
he seeing anyone? Man, woman? Or was he private and never told you?
No, I mean occasionally he'd chat about this person he had a crush on or whatever, but he didn't mention anyone that he was particularly steady with.
Alright.
We've already been to his house? I just totally ADD'd out of the conversation though?
We went to his house, then we went to the doc. Investigated the
We didn't
doctor.
go to his house. We haven't been to his house at all. We've been to what's-her-face. We went to the
Angela's
husband's
house.
Yeah, Angela's house.
But we talked to the family member, then she cried.
Right. You went to
Friends?
Tommy's wake.
Does he have?
Yep.
We went to Tommy's wake.
No, Angela's
Chuck-
wake.
Angela's wake. Then we visited Chucky and asked about his friends, and then the family member cried about it, asking about his friends.
That was down at the docks. That wasn't we haven't been to Chucky's house though.
Oh, I assumed it was his house when we talked to his family. That might not be true. I might have jumped to a conclusion there when we talked to his family. Because we got his address from the guards. So, okay, let's check his house. Let's see if there's anything there.
Maybe it might just be me. My brain's so dead today. I'm sorry.
Well, I only assumed his house. Like, we only talked to the family. That might not have been at the house.
Right. So you can find his house, but it's been a week since he's died, and so new tenants are already moving in.
All right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
landlords are getting rid of his shit already, and new people are coming in.
All right. Right. He's got possessions getting rid of. I'll detect magic on him. Nothing magical.
Nothing magical in his possessions.
Yeah.
All right.
Because that sleeping potion would have probably turned up as magical. That
Well,
is coming around.
I think the way that we're going to have to do this, because we're just about out of time here, is the sheriff in town will come to maybe later that day with a hand around someone's collar, being like, I think I found the person.
Yeah.
This is the guy. And it's
was he
just
doing?
some random human. And you're like, who the fuck is this dude? And he's like, this here, he gives him a glare, is Stu. Stu here is a criminal from the crime syndicate that hangs out around here. Apparently, Stu was trying to steal coffee from Stu was trying to steal the coffee and ship it over to the next town over to be sold. And they were doing fake imports through the Squirrely Whirly, buying extra amounts, stealing it from the Squirrely Whirly, and putting it onto the ships via the dock worker. That's why we got Angela in the kitchen, we got Tommy down by the docks, and we got Chucky to grease the wheels and make sure no one looked into it too quickly. Unfortunately, they got a little greedy. Stu here says that they tried to skim a little too much off the top. So one by one, he brought them down. He's confessed to it all. And
Good work, Sheriff.
Yep. Wasn't the coffee in the slightest. It was people trying to steal coffee and skim money off the top.
Wonder how Sir Walker got ill then. How did Sir Walker get ill?
They shrug. I don't know. Maybe he just got sick. Sometimes people get sick when they fail many con checks in a row and roll a 1 and a 1 and a 3. Sometimes people just get sick.
Okay. And all the other deaths could be unconnected to this.
I mean, there were the 3 deaths, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's one here and some in Berkshire.
I think that cleric was the.
No one died in Berkshire.
Oh, well, how did the one in Berkshire found out about it? Was she informed by this one here?
Who? What?
Okay, the one in Berkshire who hired us.
Yeah.
She said she spoke to some people and they said they drank the coffee.
Yeah.
Who had the symptoms.
Yeah, and so she wanted to look into. Yeah, she.
So they didn't die there. Right.
Yeah, no. She was down here in town. She was here. She's since traveled to Berkshire. She pieced together that it was these people who had been drinking this coffee, when in reality it was more about stealing the coffee, and everyone just happened to be drinking the coffee. It was a slight red herring.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not having any of this coffee ever. I don't believe this story at all.
I'm not sure how the people died.
They were poisoned.
Oh, they were intentionally poisoned. Okay.
Intentionally poisoned because they were trying to cheat the crime syndicate out of their money by like skimming off the top. And you can't have skimmers. Yeah.
Don't mess with the family.
I see. Well, have you told anyone else this news yet? That you've got the person?
There was a cleric here that was treating the wounded, and we sent a message to her telling her that we found the perpetrators because she had asked us to.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Well, fair enough.
All right.
Well done, Sheriff.
Thank you. Good job on your suspicion.
Uh,
Although now there's a
I'm
person
sorry.
throwing anti-Astaire protests down by the docks. It's a little awkward.
Yeah, it's their right to do it, though.
Yeah. All right. I guess you guys can head back to Berkshire. Quest failed. Miserably.
Well, I've got one more thing I need to resolve here.
Yeah,
Oh, do it. I
I need to get rid of this coffee.
your pallets of coffee.
I need to get rid of my pallets of coffee.
Well, it's safe.
It is true. We do know it's safe. We know it's not poison coffee at this point.
I don't think you're going to be able to sell it at much of a profit.
You guys get on back, and you said you wanted to sell it to Desmond, right?
Yep, absolutely. We're going to start with him. If not, we're going to move on down our road. But
Yeah. Well,
Sure. Give me your pitch. How are you gonna sell it to him?
so we're going to walk into the bar. Is it busy? Is it real busy?
Today is very slow. 20% full.
Perfect.
Basically
exactly
nobody here.
Exactly the day we need to do this. So Desmond's slow sitting behind the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So I'll walk in. I'll go sit at the bar. I'll go, Desmond, I have an offer for you, my friend.
Okay, bring it on.
I've recently moved down to Stoneport. Have you ever been there?
Yeah, been to Stoneport. Totally.
There is a new iced coffee craze over there that is just making all kinds of money. I mean, you should see the number of people drinking this coffee. It is outrageous. While I was down there, I got a pallet of it that I brought back up here. Now, the issue is I've got no way to get the iced coffee from the location it's made to here. But if you can help me keep it cold, I will let you keep 90% of the profit if you'll give me the other 10%.
What if I just buy it from you and sell it on my own terms?
that's probably smarter. Just do that.
That seems a lot more simple. Rather than having to figure out profits from coffee sales, that means keeping records and actually noting which, who buys what and how much of it. I feel like I'd rather just give you a flat amount right off the top.
All right. Well, it sounds like you're interested in some coffee then.
Totally. Yep, we used to sell bean juice here, but then the bean juice providers died in a terrible, terrible bean juice pressing accident.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I'll bring in the 70 jars of coffee. I'll put it in front of him and go, for this whole box, for this whole batch, I'll give it to you for 2,200 copper.
2,200? Sold.
Yeah, that's right.
As one of us made money.
2,200. You bought it for 2,000.
Yeah, 2,200.
150 because you had to ship it, right?
Right.
And now you're making a 50 copper profit on this.
On this load.
Okay.
Because we bought it at the ridiculous prices. But now I know that there's halflings who sell coffee when I need to make money.
All right.
That's what is interested.
You make 50 copper on today's quest, everybody. Congratulations.
I lost so much more. I lost so much more.
We can't watch you break and steal anything. Sorry.
That's all right, everybody. You didn't steal from people. That's great. You killed the boars, which give you 350 experience divided by the 3 of you. So each person takes home 117. We'll round up experience. You didn't solve the quest. You actually, yeah, and you basically lost money on the deals. So congratulations on everyone's session. Not everyone can be a winner every single time, but that only makes the times you win more important.
Happens. Well, I mean, I don't know. My character came out ahead. I got poisons. I got a sleeping potion. I came out ahead in this adventure. Oh,
That's
is
nice.
that still gonna work? Or is that sleeping one potion gonna keep working, or is that just like worthless?
I mean, it's a non-magical sleeping aid, you know? It won't put you to sleep instantly. It'll just help you rest on your own.
And in the future, I'm going to make sure I'm never drinking this coffee that's going to be sold at Shenanigans, because I still think it's poisoned. I think the sheriff actually was just trying to cover something up here, because he was trying to falsify records before.
Oh, we tested it.
So did I. I tested it too. Got sick.
Yeah.
It was just a bad day.
Yeah, you got sick, hey?
Oh, those con checks. Well, there's no way to know.
All right, everybody.
I think the contracts is what threw off the investigation, honestly. Like, if we hadn't got poisoned then, we wouldn't have gone around in circles thinking that the coffee was 100% poisoned.
The natural ones just failed.
Yeah.
We would have stopped suspecting the coffee in the right town.
Yeah.
It's all good. So makes it fun.
All right, everybody. This has been Shenanigans for this week. You can't always be a winner. But next week we'll come back with more exciting shenanigans and a more exciting quest, and someone will hopefully kill something or solve something. And all right, everybody. Congratulations on your 167 experience. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
167? Is that the magic number?
167.